isn't going to be finished, right? Because if the basement is finished, I-joists become an easier answer because I'm going to put drywall on the ceiling so I don't have to worry about the fire code issue related to leaving engineered wood joists open. So the question is, do I move towards a solid stick 2x10 or 2x12, or do I go to the I-joist? The other questions are, I've had clients that I had one client, she was super strict, absolutely no adhesives, glue, or anything in the house. So we had to do it with solid stick. The floor sheathing was board sheathing, and everything. It's like, I sent that out to the structural engineer, and he emails back, like, are you serious? You really want to do this? He goes, you know how expensive that's going to be? And I said, yeah, we want to do it. And she knows it's going to be twice the price for the frame. All right. We sent it to the framer. Guess what he said? You know how expensive this is going to be? It's probably going to be twice the price. Yeah. Yes, we know. But so there's a whole bunch of client requirements that come into play with it, and then the decisions of is the downstairs finished? Is it an 8-foot basement or is it a 10-foot basement? Because if it's a 10-foot basement, then more
putting beams and soffits underneath,
stuff underneath, and I can, if I drop a 10-inch duct down and have to build a soffit, that's different than building down a 7-foot 6 ceiling.
So I was wondering when you were going to get to not just the implications of structural choices, but other things that have to be accommodated at the way. What is it all about?
Well, and then all of that ties into what is the budget for this project, right? Because someone that's going to put say a $80,000 home theater in the basement, then they're not going to care about the upcharge of $2,000 to move it to floor trusses from an engineered floor joist to ensure all the heating ducts and plumbing are up and down that.
So when in design do you pick your floor framing systems?
I think early on I have a sense of what it's going to be.
So do you have a preference that all other things equal, this is the floor framing system I like to use?
I mean, trusses definitely offer the most flexibility, but trusses offer the least flexibility to get them right. Right? Because the solid sawn 2x10s we're cutting on site, engineered floor joists we're cutting on site.
We can go grab another one if we
Yeah, the trusses get manufactured. And if they come and they're a 1/4 inch short, then we have to deal with how do we deal with a 1/4 inch short.
Right.
But there's companies now out there like Triforce Open Joist where they're a open web truss that has a 4-foot engineered I-joist at the end. From up to 2 feet. So you can buy those in 2-foot increments, and you get the benefit of the open truss with the trimability.
Yeah.
If your foundation is out, you would like to think that everything's perfect, but the foundation guy, if he's out a little, then the framer's going to have to exaggerate it, square it up, and what you thought was 24 feet.
Hey, I need the impact of the star bit.
Right.
and 24 on the other end.
And 24 feet. Well, we hope not. But all these decisions begin to play roles in that, the floor framing issue and the span, right? There's understanding what we're going to put in the basement. So when I have time to start out design, I give people homework and they lay out like, okay, we want a media room in the basement. Well, if I don't put in a media room in the basement and say the house is 28 feet deep, there's a really good chance that I'm not going to run a beam down the center of the house, right? I might push it so that it's 18 feet to 10 feet, and I use the 10-foot as a utility floor for what I call the dirty basement down the side, and the 18 feet is the clean basement. So there's no ductwork, there's no plumbing, none of that stuff underneath the floor joist. It's all on the dirty basement side.
Right.
So that allows me to use the I-joist and stuff again as part of that decision-making process. So I'll let you guys speak and I'm taking over here, but there's definitely this matrix of client versus client budget mixed with what we have available to how flexible we want to be with that floor system.
So I remember the very first project when I worked together on was a Cleveland housing project in Ohio. And taking a look at the floor And looking at your framing, which ran exactly the opposite of the way I think it would go, because I was looking at it from strictly structural. And I asked you, I said, why are you doing the framing perpendicular to the way that it seems logical for structure? And you said, I'm not trying to accommodate the structure there. I'm trying to accommodate the HVAC system.
That's so fuck. I can't. Why the fuck?
And,
I'm pretty sure she moved it twice. She moved it once before I got up there, and then she moved it
Why?
again when I got back.
She broke it.
One soffit in the middle of the house over the kitchen bar, but that allowed us.
Good luck getting me to come back now. I don't give a fuck how much fucking money. You know that shit pisses me off more than anything. That's just as bad as fucking shooting needle or something. How the fuck are you gonna break something when I'm fucking the one doing the fucking work?
Think about it from an air barrier perspective. If I have a 40 or 50 long condo, I can choose to run the frame the short way and end up with, 40 foot, that's 10, 30, that's 30 penetrations of floor joists in the air barrier.
right.
If I put 1 or 2 beam lines in there, I have 2 or 3 penetrations and all my floor joists run parallel to that wall. So I can put the drywall up there, run it up, get it nice and airtight, and acoustically more efficient because I don't have these breaks in that wall between units. So there's a lot of things that we could sit here and talk for hours about because the matrix is so intertwined.
So when I started thinking about this, the first thing I thought of was HVAC. And I thought of my personal house where we ran, not HVAC, but mechanicals plumbing.
Let me go downstairs
From
and
one
get
end of the house
video.
to the first available down wall that's not an exterior wall. The next thing I thought of is one that I feel like every time I have a conversation about floor framing with contractors trying to do advanced framing 24 on center, that they don't know. Are you familiar with the L over 360 requirements for tile? So ceramic and porcelain is an L over 360.
Yep.
If you don't know what L over 360 is, it's the span of the joist divided by 360 is the allowable deflection before it's too much deflection for that tile. Mm-hmm. It's L over 720 for natural stone. And this is the one that nobody seems to know. And I printed the chart. Huber does not allow you to use their 3/4 subfloor 24 on center to meet an L over 360.
Oh.
So anybody out there that's framing, advanced framing, and still using the 23/32 subfloor, you need to be at the 7/8 if you want to make that L over 360, and you've got to be at the 1 1/8 to make the L over 720. L over 720.
Even that, there's a kind
So
of.
you have to know what tie. You have to know what floor
Well, there is, but there's a micro matrix to that too. Because if I put 3/4 inch over 2x12s on 24 inch on center, or I put 3/4 inch over an all joist 25 series, which has a 3.5 inch flange, that flange reduces the span by 3 inches.
It does, but it doesn't give